Since 1964, Arkansas Glass and Mirror has more selections, better prices, and the experience to help you build the shower of your dreams. They also have the only showroom in the area to help you create those dreams. Professional installation and professional service. Only at Arkansas Glass and Mirror, 1316 South C Road, Fort Smith, or online at arkansasglassandmirror.com.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
KERX, Paris Fort Smith.
Hey, we can't make you a morning person, but we can make your morning.
ESPN 95.3.
This hour of the Morning Rush is driven by Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and online at rathauto.com. You're rolling with Rath on the Morning Rush.
All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is the Morning Rush with Ty Richardson.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
And Tommy Kraft.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Light the candle.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about this, devil?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those Hawks.
Yeah, I'm going to take the opposite approach on Eli Drinkwitz this morning. I've seen so much on social media, received so many text messages about this, and I'm assuming we're going to get some calls this morning, 877-377-6963. Drink's great. This is fantastic. I mean, we continuously talk about how this isn't a rivalry, even though that you play for a trophy game, even though that the SEC wants this to be the featured game on both Arkansas and Missouri schedule each and every year. And the guy up north in Columbia is trying everything in his power to make it that way.
How can you not feel that way now? I mean, he mispronouncing your quarterback's name.
We did it intentionally.
How do you get Talon from that?
Talon,
T
like
A
Al Talon, Tommy.
Tayln.
Al Talon. I'm
not letting this guy get me worked up.
I have not cut my nails, so I'm going to use my talons and scrape across your face. And that's where I genuinely enjoyed listening to that clip yesterday. And I went back through, and we're going to play some of them in our opening drive. I just laughed.
He knew exactly what he was doing. Question is why? Well, I mean, we'll get into all that. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market there in Fayetteville. They are getting ready for a wonderful holiday season, and anything you need, even last minute today, get by Richard's. They can help you with your Thanksgiving feast with some sides and different things. But if you're already thinking about, all this Thanksgiving has been a ton of work, don't do it for Christmas. Richard's Country Meat Market will be there for you this holiday season. Make your meals stress-free with Richard's. From prime rib to pork roast to beef tenderloins, fresh fish, and more, Richard's has the best meats for your holiday feast. 479-443-0000. Visit Richard's at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. Why would you talk about ultimate bulletin board material?
He did it on purpose.
100%.
Jeremy.
100%.
Jeremy and Clarksville.
Why? But it's not that. That's obvious. That's rhetorical almost. Why? That's what I don't understand. Do you think you're that damn good this year? Look at your record, Coach.
I've lost only 3 games. I'd like to be them right now.
Well, I understand that, but my point is they're not unbeatable. They're not Texas with 1 loss to Georgia. Are you that arrogant? Are you that stupid?
I think it shows the level of respect he has for Sam Pittman and your football program. And, frankly, your quarterback.
But Coach,
there's none.
This is so against the grain. This is so out of the norm. Coaches don't normally go in there and throw a bucket of gasoline on the fire.
Spurrierism. I like
but
it.
He ain't no damn Steve Spurrier.
Taylon better go off. I mean, that's about as disrespectful as it
gets.
Well,
but here's the thing.
It's like the LSU thing.
If this team is a team in Fayetteville and those 4 walls, this doesn't just piss Taylon off. and it's Talon, you moron. It's not just
I
Talon.
may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Yeah, Eli, you moron.
Oh, you weren't going to get worked up.
See, he's getting my blood pressure.
He's under your skin.
But this should get every guy in that locker room pissed off.
I was trying to think of like the radio.
If you've got your guys back, this should make
Kansas.
the third string left guard who won't play or make the trip mad.
What is the radio equivalent to that? If someone calls you like Subthelia Craft, like I always try to parallel things to my life. Like, how would I react if a rival media entity was going after one of my guys per se, and like what would rile you up if someone came after me, Tom? If he came after your stallion, your second in command, the big dog, like what would you do?
Well, when they've done
him?
When they've done that to Derek, I've always had his back.
All right.
You know,
smart.
Yeah,
smart on that.
Ask Derek if I've had his back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the situation.
My loyalty's not for rent.
It's due every month.
Yeah.
Here's the situation.
Rent's due every day, son.
That Arkansas finds itself in. Like, again, Eli didn't have any respect for your program. He didn't have any respect for your head coach. He didn't have any respect for your football program. He didn't have any respect for your quarterback. So the only way to shut him up is to win. You beat him in 2021. You beat Missouri back in 2015, and that's it. So if the only way, and this won't completely shut him up, but that's the only way we can do it.
Here's the thing, and I think
Tammy B says Tammy Craft.
Thanks BE for giving my golf group all the ammo they need today.
You hear that, Greg? You hear that, Big?
Yeah. So, you know, when you look at some of these guys like Eli, like Gus, that have come from our state, have roots to our state, I don't think they any longer aspire to be the Arkansas coach. We got a text in here that he's butthurt about not getting the job in 2019. That's what Tanner thinks. I don't think that's it at all. I don't think these guys want the job anymore.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You don't think?
And here's the thing: doing crap like this.
No,
how many of our fan base? No, you hadn't let me finish. I don't think our fan base would accept or want this guy.
No, come on.
Nope. I'm out.
Come on.
I'm out. I know too much.
I don't agree with that at all. Listen, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like you would, if he's going to probably win 9 or 10 games this year. I think they're going to win on Saturday against Arkansas. I could be proven wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong. But if Arkansas had an opportunity, like they did with Mike Anderson years ago, and the job came open, and he was an actual candidate, and Arkansas fans would accept him.
We hired Calipari.
It's just like Muss. Like, how many people came to Muss's defense and have come to his defense in some of his antics at times, taking his shirt off in various things? I still like Eric Muss. I'm glad he came to Arkansas, but
this is different. This is something else.
This is a precursor. This is before the game rather than after the game. There's stuff that coaches sometimes will do after the game because they feel like, okay, this can't be used against me until next year. But like you said, he's doing it the week of, which is so uncoach-like. But again, this is awesome. We are so.
I mean, I like it for the show because it's already made the first 7 minutes. You know, anything that gets us genuinely, sincerely fired up. I mean, I'm for. I mean, it's better for us.
Ryan says no tie. Bleep him. Bleep him.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'll take 100 Sam Pittmans before I'll take 1 Eli Drinkowitz. Just will.
9 or 10 games a year. That sounds pretty good to me.
I don't think Arkansas fans will agree with that. They lose on Saturday.
All right, maybe that's one of our questions today. Brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Happy Thanksgiving from Lee J and Chris and their crew. They've got the best brands like Grand Design, Forest River, and Brinkley, all there for you at Wheels RV, and they give you a lifetime warranty on every new RV they sell. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Just based off reading my Twitter mentions, I'd say it's pretty strong.
I kind of like the rivalry we got with Arkansas. I mean, I don't remember the last time they beat us. Kind of like that one. And the Battle Line rivalry was pretty good for us from the state. So that makes it a little bit more special and a little added incentive. So just because y'all don't think it's a rivalry doesn't mean it ain't a rivalry. It means a whole heck of a lot to my household. And I know we like having that trophy at the end of the game.
I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. They made sure to tell me about it when I was in the stadium last year. But you know what? That's always going to be home. That's a special place. We have to have a rivalry. you got to create it somehow.
I want Taylor Green to say my name.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
This is going to be an easy show. I have some other things planned that we'll try and get to. College football playoff. Sam Pittman blocking fans on Twitter. Maybe that's a beef of his this morning. Disappointed sports fan. Is Eli Drinkwitz worse than Brian and Ozark, Tommy? Answer's no.
Brian doesn't deserve to be in the same conversation.
He's got more influence than Brian.
Well, you think?
Yeah.
Eli said JT said Eli said he knew exactly what he was doing. Like
100%.
you alluded to earlier.
100%. The guy's not an idiot. You'll get to be a head coach in the SEC by being an idiot.
Jamie says, I didn't want Drinkowitz when the job was open. And Tanner Tupelo said
anybody wants him now.
Yeah, Tanner Tupelo said he absolutely doesn't want the Arkansas job now, but he did want it back then.
I don't think any. I mean,
you don't think there's anything in the back of his head that leads. I
can tell you. I know.
Hold on. Or can I fit anything in the back of his mind that he's still mad at Arkansas for not giving him? That's what I was going towards.
I don't know that, but I know
coaches are vindictful SOBs at times.
I know this guy does. He wants to be able to come back here someday. He doesn't want to be the Arkansas coach now or ever.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying back then when there was a possible chance that he was, you don't think there's any ill will towards like coaches harbor. And I'm saying radio hosts are just as bad. We're vindictive. We harbor stuff, but
you do. I don't.
Oh yeah.
You gotta let it roll off.
No.
Roll off.
Keep it. I should be $100 richer right now.
You worried about that still?
Well, $100 to me means a lot more than it does to you.
With this.
I know that's like $1 to you, but like $100 to me could change my life. It's a big thing. Yeah. But no, I'm not disagreeing with what like now and everything, but it is again, it is one of those things where I really do enjoy what he had to say.
If this team, if their anger doesn't melt the snow in Columbia on Saturday for just that, if they don't get their guys back,
Russ,
do you question? You question that a little bit with your own team?
Rusty says Tommy's right on this one, but here's the thing: do you feel? Thank you, Rusty. Okay, let me ask you this:
normal around here.
Do you feel differently about this game now than when you did before Drink said that?
Yes,
I feel more confident that Missouri is going to win on Saturday. Because he is that confident in his team.
And maybe it's a simpleton approach. I think the team that deals with the weather best probably wins the game because they make the fewest mistakes.
So we need to care flight in some snow from Colorado or Wyoming or something right now. So
I don't know.
Throw it on the players and
I
practice.
think you need to practice at 6 a.m. when it's 30 degrees.
Okay.
I think you need to be outdoors, short sleeves, 30 degrees, and spend some time acclimating. Hopefully that's what they're doing.
I think classes ended yesterday.
I don't
go back and look at
They need to practice in the coldest part of the day. That means turn the lights on and go at 3 a.m. You better acclimate to the coldest conditions you can possibly create in Fayetteville.
What if Drink just pulled a tie?
What's he going to do during the game is what I want to know. Is he going to do something similar to what he did during the Mississippi State game?
Yeah, they're winning. Yeah. It's not going to end at what happened yesterday. Maybe he just pulled a tie and mispronounced.
And like that crap he did with Chuck a few years ago. And hey, this guy.
Okay, so I found it. If someone comes at Chuck, that's when you get real heated.
What? No, I think it's below the belt. I think it's beneath the way an SEC coach should act. He's not Steve Spurrier. You're not even a poor man, Steve Spurrier, sir.
What? Jeremy Clarksville. I hope he mispronounces his name again in a post-game press conference after Taylor has 3 turnovers. Jeez, Jeremy.
To be fair, a lot of people probably pronounce Eli's name too.
How do you get Eli wrong?
Eli.
Well, it looks weird.
Dorkowitz.
Dorkowitz.
E-L-I-A-H. Isn't that how you spell his name?
What? Or E-L-I. Most people spell Ty, T-Y, but there's one guy I know that spells it with an E.
Yeah, I like to stand out in that case. All right, that is your opening drive.
You normally do by yourself.
It's very easy to do. That is your opening drive this morning, brought to you by our friends at First Financial Mortgage. As we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving tomorrow, Ethan and his entire team, Emily and their entire team, are thankful for all the different reviews that his customers, his clients have given them, and they'd love to have you as one. So if you're in the market of a new house and you need a mortgage lender and you need someone to help you through the process, Ethan helped me through the entire thing. It was one of those things, again, I know this is surprising, Tommy, but I didn't know what I was doing when it came to the mortgage. And apparently I've got a beef to get into coming up in just a bit about house stuff, but I didn't have a beef with Ethan because, again, they helped me every step of the way. First Financial Mortgage, again, check them out. Equal housing lender, the best mortgage lender in the River Valley.
I left my phone in I gotta go get it here.
Okay, that's okay. Hey, let's
pull up the Bet Saracen app. I just wondering what the line. I don't think his moronicy yesterday with getting the names wrong moved the line, but I just kind of where we're at. I bet you there's people listening right now. This is going to motivate them to maybe put a little dollar or two on the Hogs.
It's a pick'em game on a neutral site. Missouri's just now a 3-point favorite. So Eli's comments.
Well, we're not playing in a neutral site. We're going to play in 30-degree weather with a wind chill of 23. So it's not neutral at all.
Well, I'm saying if Arkansas and Missouri played on a neutral field,
are they going
3
to?
Points in a game?
Maybe we'll blend in with the snow.
So they're not, but they're not. Yeah, so it's a 3-point game. All right.
Okay, so it moved half a point based on Eli's comments.
Any prop bets on there for Talon Green? Idiot.
All right, let's talk to William in Hot Springs. You go get your phone, William. You're on the Morning Rush, man. Go ahead.
The break.
How y'all guys doing today?
Good, buddy.
A little pissed off, honestly.
All right, so a couple of things I want to talk to y'all about. How many times do you think someone mispronounced Eli Drinkwitz' name in his whole life growing up, everywhere he went? So don't tell me for a second that man doesn't have an appreciation for pronouncing someone's name.
100%.
He totally did it on purpose.
100%.
Totally did it on purpose.
Absolutely.
100%.
Good angle.
There's your rock foundation basis. He did it on purpose. All right. Second thing, it's not a rivalry until a coach is either going to save his job by winning that game or lose his job by losing that game. And I think we're vastly encroaching on that. Right? Pittman's first year and third year, we go to Columbia and lose a game, right? Had we won either one of those games, specifically that second one time we was up there, Drinkwitz would have been gone and wouldn't have got a chance for 11 wins last year, right? So here's what I'm fearful of. I don't like the fact that he's talking smack because I feel like he's trying to build easy equity with his fan base because he's confident he's going to beat the Hogs. And Pittman's kind of shying away from that. Right? Look at it. He's not really doing.
Well, Pittman, hold on, William. That's been Pittman's MO. Pittman's not a trash talker. He's very respectful. He's very respected in the industry. You hear other coaches talk about him outside of maybe Drinkwitz.
But he's never had the team to talk trash with.
So
we don't really know. You don't go talk trash unless you think you can back it up.
That's fair.
I'm not saying talk trash on a Drinkwitz level, but I'm saying it concerns me that man, look, let's be realistic about it. It's year 5, Pittman. A lot of people are still on the fence about job security. If I knew I could build some
not the people that are going to vote, not the people that are going to decide.
Well, we'll agree to disagree. It concerns me. I think it concerns me that Pittman is not firing a few shots back across the bow. Right?
He might after the game if they win.
If they win,
yeah.
All right. Look. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Go Hogs, and let's hope that they win.
All right. Appreciate you. Well, here's what worries me, because this has been Missouri's MO all year. Arkansas gets up. They lead at half like 21-7.
Yeah.
No.
They lead in the fourth quarter, and I'm telling you, these guys have had rainbow farts all year long.
The Oklahoma game.
Oh, my God.
The
2 minutes.
I think it was the Auburn game.
They've had several instances where they come back late and have a miraculous finish to win.
Vanderbilt.
You can't put these guys away.
Yeah.
So you go in because hey, crystal ball, where's it at? Arkansas is going to lead at the half by 2 possessions, and then something, because that's what Missouri has done all year long,
and what you've done in Columbia too.
Yeah,
a couple times.
Well, that's what history says. So,
oh man.
I don't care if you're up 4 touchdowns with 3 minutes to go. You better stay on top of these guys I don't care if the wind's blowing 50 and the snow's up to 5 feet. You better stay on top of these guys because they have had a propensity all year long to pull miracles out of their hind end.
Will be a snow game, like for sure, right?
Well, there's a 60. Yesterday's forecast said 60% chance of 1 to 3 inches.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about the snow. I worry about the wind because that affects the passing game, and I worry about the mental aspect of dealing with 23-degree wind chill.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 31 degrees. It's going to feel like 23, and that doesn't affect the football game. That affects you upstairs and how you deal with it. That's what affects the football game. So it's the team that mentally engages with that gets through it.
Bo just texted me. He said he appreciates your feistiness this morning.
Well,
it's
I'm a little
fired
upset.
up. It's the most fired up I've seen you
I'm
in
a
long
little
time.
upset about it.
Of all games, the one that we put in a box as the least important rivalry game, I think this is the most inspired you've been leading up to a game all season.
Well, listen.
Tommy and Dream single-handedly inspired the rivalry.
It should absolutely inspire Talon Green to play well. But if it doesn't get the other 84 guys that are on scholarship pissed off and fired up, then they don't have his back. This should make everyone that gets on that plane feel like have a direct mission. And I hope they all go by that guy and let him hear about it too if they lead in the fourth quarter. But I'm going to tell you, I don't trust any late fourth quarter lead with Missouri because all year long they've had rainbow farts at the end of the game. They get it done.
And we saw this at the end of the Oklahoma State game. Remember when Alan Bowman made that great throw and then did the gun pistols on the sidelines? I know you want to, Talon, and I know you want to, guys, but you cannot afford a stupid penalty down the stretch by being cocky or looking at that sideline or after. You want to do it after the game, that's fine, but don't put yourself in a bad situation at the tail end of the
class.
game.
The best thing
till the end of the game.
No, even then.
After the game.
Always be known for being classy, but the best thing that could happen is Talon Green go in there and whip his tail and then find him after the game and shake his hand and said, "Hi, Coach, I'm Talon Green. Nice to meet you." Drop your mic and walk away. That would be the best moment, Bo, on Hogs Plus you could ever capture. "Hi, Coach. My name's Talon Green. Nice to meet you." Head to the locker room.
Or a reporter ask him a question like,
I might even sign up for Hogs Plus.
Do you know his name now? Talon Green?
That would be
Barkey
awesome.
says you give the pregame speech.
Oh. All right, brought to you by the Fence Man. Not going to be here Friday for Fence Man Friday picks, but the Fence Man's there for us, talking with Sean yesterday. They are fired up about the end of the year. Still time to get your project started before 2025 gets here. Call for a free quote or estimate today. 782-3936. 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid to no work.
We got a hog update coming up. What did Sam Pittman have to say on his radio show last night? We'll update you next on the Morning Rush.
Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're at the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
I should say it?
Say what?
Mom, I think he wants to say that it's Christmas time.
Okay, you can say it.
It's Christmas, everyone, and guess what, guys?
What?
Santa shop's here at the Stadium Shop.
Oh, Lord, Mom, here comes that dad side.
Nope, I saw him. Matt, you still do believe in Santa, right?
Sure. Believers do get more presents.
Okay, so what did he get?
Let me guess. A couch for the elves, collars for the reindeer, maybe even a hoodie for Frosty. You know how cold he gets being made of snow and all.
And let me guess, some Razorback jewelry for Mrs. Fogg?
Well, yeah, Matt, you better get that Google machine all warmed up. He said he was going to be ordering some more stuff.
Google machine?
Yeah, you know, the interfacegram www.
I think he's talking about our website, which you should know by now, Dad. It's shoponrazorback.com.
Or have Santa give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
This is the Morning Rush.
And he's in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
I doubt you thought paint was anything like football, right? So you've got a favorite football team. Your painting team at the paint store in Van Buren gets you a solid primer, the perfect color, and a durable defense. That is what you want, right? Our team of Richards Paint and expertise always win for you. Whether contractor or do-it-yourself, we have the best team. The paint store in Van Buren. Go Hogs!
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Dozy Place has now been serving award-winning steaks for over 20 years. Celebrate your special birthday, holiday, person, or just because at Dozy Place. Start with delicious appetizers and your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Dozy Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended, so call 784-9111. 784-9111 for Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
If you are involved in a divorce or custody case, you want an attorney you can trust to guide you through the process. The attorneys at Hickey & Hole Law Partners have over 7 decades of combined experience. Hickey & Hole have seen and heard nearly every scenario you can imagine, ready to put that experience to work for you to get the best results. Visit KevinHickeyLaw.com or give them a call today, 479-434-2414. Hickey & Hole Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
If you knew all that Jody's Auto Service Centers can do for your vehicle and you'd never take your vehicle anywhere else.
My fleet is small, 14 trucks and cars. It's a struggle every day with parts, employees, and scheduling, but one thing I never worry about is vehicles. Jody's has special fleet pricing, special in and out service, or free shuttle and pickup and delivery service. And they do everything: service, repair, and maintenance. That makes my life much easier. All my vehicles go to Jody's.
Latest technology and highly trained technicians means we could do it all. From the most highly technical repairs to everyday oil change specials, tires, everything, even diesels. Jody'sAuto.com. Schedule free shuttle service or pickup and delivery. Get a tire quote, get financing. Jody's Auto Service Centers, voted best of the best by our customers year after year. We're your neighbors since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSauto.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
I'm back here for your Hog Update. Did get a chance to hear from some Arkansas players last night, and including just listening to some guys talk about Andrew Armstrong, like Sam Pittman, and his leadership.
Tesla, I think those guys have helped develop the younger guys. I think Isaiah Stagner will be the next guy that does that. but the way that he's come in from Division II and said, hey, I belong in the SEC, and not only belong, but I'm one of the better receivers in this league, is a great credit to him and his work ethic.
That is something to think about where Andrew was at Texas A&M Commerce, and then 2 seasons in the Southeastern Conference. Really came into his own this year, over 1,000 yards, one of only 5 Razorbacks to do so. I know that Sam Pittman and maybe more notably Taylor Green are going to miss him next year.
Yeah, and that's the thing with these teams and playing these last regular season. I mean, there's going to be a bowl game no matter where it's at. But this team, Saturday, Columbia, Friday night in that hotel, will be the last time that group of guys will be together is that team.
Yep.
Even in the bowl game, it's going to be different guys.
A former Razorback, Jerry Jones, had something to say about the future of his head coach, Mike McCarthy. This might be a beef this morning, Big C.
I don't think that's crazy at all. That's not crazy. Listen, Mike McCarthy is an outstanding coach. I was listening to the game last night, watching it, and Aikman was talking about it, and he's reiterated that several times publicly. This Super Bowl winning coach, and Mike McCarthy has been there, done that. He's got great ideas. So bottom line is that in no place in my body language or anything else have you seen indications about what we're going to be doing relative to this staff at the end of this year.
Talking about a possible extension.
Well, he's always your guy until he's no longer your guy. So when you're in a position where you have to publicly support or choose not to support someone, I think the policy always should be from the decision maker, he's your guy till he's no longer your guy. So none of that holds any water with me because, if he thinks there's a better option that can win him a Super Bowl in the next 2 to 3 years, he's going with that option because he's seen enough up close to know whether McCarthy can do it or not.
You do get Patrick Kudus back for this Saturday. Didn't play in this last game because he's taking the 4 games, and then the red shirt. Here's what the Memphis native had to say about the season thus far.
Definitely not what I thought it was going to be, but regardless, you got to bounce back from whatever situations are thrown at you. But I'm just glad to be playing again.
That's one of the things that I think Arkansas maybe struggled a little bit offensively at times. I know Keyshawn Blackstock was in that group, and when Kudus has come back, he's been a kind of a mainstay there. But something to keep an eye on if you see, I know you're playing better competition in Columbia, and you have to deal with the elements, but maybe your offense clicks him a little more on the line side of things with him back in the final regular season game of the year. That is your Hog Update this morning. It's always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
Our number, as always, is 877-377-6963. That's where Melvin in Sheridan finds himself this morning. Home of the Yellow Jackets. Melvin, what's up, man?
Hey, brother. I appreciate y'all putting up with everybody who hires and fires and all that stuff. All I got to say is if you don't put your money in NIL, don't call in and complain to y'all about this football team. Money is the backbone to the Razorback football team. I seen where one of the teams got $20 million in their football team. Anybody think we got anywhere close to that in ours?
No, we
I don't contribute.
probably about less than half of that, Melvin, to be honest with you.
I'm not trying to be mean. I don't contribute to the NIL. I don't believe in it, but I don't complain about the coach or the football team because we all know it's big-time money now, and all these know-it-alls that knows everything, write a check and then bitch. But until you write a check, quit griping. And I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it.
Thanks, Melvin.
I generally agree with you, Melvin. That's why I said if anyone wants to have complaint about in March about this basketball team, I think it's founded because
way more warranted.
Way more warranted,
especially for Mr.
Everything
Buffett and
we've
Mr.
read,
Thompson.
from all I've been told, you're spending more in NIL on the basketball team than you are the football team by a couple $1 million. The basketball team has more money than apparently anybody in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people feel like Melvin. If you
Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
So come by 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville, and you just might catch Santa Hog.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Ho, ho, ho.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive into Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious.
Is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
All right, a little feisty here on a day before Thanksgiving. If you've been with us for the last 40 minutes, you heard how he started the show with Eli Drinkowitz and his attempt to get your quarterback's name right.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
I mean, if that just doesn't, I mean, that's intentional, obviously. We don't need to go into whether he meant or did not mean to do it. That's almost rhetorical. So here's my question. When, I'm not even going to say if, when Arkansas has beaten that arse and you're down there at the end of the game and you have the ball, what would be more satisfying? Go ahead and score another one to go up 3 or 4 touchdowns, or take a damn knee at the 2-4 times and end the game? Which would you rather have?
Borderline erotic.
What would just make you? What would shove it down his throat a little bit more?
I know what Talon would want to do. Talon would want to probably score again.
What would you want to do? What's more rewarding? Taking the knee and they can't do a damn thing about it, or score again and make them like it a little bit more?
I mean, I
hope. I mean, what would you give up right now? Would you give up Thanksgiving meal just to have that opportunity? Easy, yes. I'll fast all day tomorrow, dear Lord.
Just to get,
dear baby
just to
Jesus.
Win. I just think, like, if you look just by our
not a win, but the ability to do that.
Yeah, I mean, just
I'll
from
fast
a score,
all day tomorrow if you'll give me that.
What sounds better, 42-21 or 35-21?
49-7,
yeah,
but anyway.
Either way.
Scored with 2 seconds to go to make it 49-7.
And it seems like that happens to you more often than not.
Pittman won't do it because he's a nice guy. But I would run it up their
score,
sunshine hole so
score.
bad that they would. I mean, they'd be tasting it from the backside of their tonsils. I'd run it up their backside so far.
It's a big C. Do you disagree with either of our
You put your foot on their neck and you score another one, or do you take the knee and give them the middle finger?
Chris in Siloam also says, never take your foot off it. Never, ever, ever take your foot off the net. If you got a response to Tommy's Morning Rush Daily question, you can jump in here at 877-377-6963.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
So that's not the only thing that he said over the years.
Just based off reading my Twitter mentions, I'd say it's pretty strong.
I mean, there's plenty of drink stuff.
I kind of like the rivalry we got with Arkansas. I mean, I don't remember the last time they beat us. Kind of like that one, and the Battle Line rivalry. I mean, it's pretty good for us. I'm from the state, so that makes it a little bit more special and a little added incentive. So just because y'all don't think it's a rivalry doesn't mean it ain't a rivalry. It means a whole heck of a lot to my household, and I know we like having that trophy at the end of the games.
And he's on top of beating you. He's gone into your state and gotten a few players too.
Yeah.
Why am I blaming?
I mean, he's had his way with us. There's no question about it. We're well aware of the record.
Brennan, Kentucky says at the end of the game, I really want to rub it in on Mizzou. Tanner in Tupelo says score again on a QB run. Talon pulls out a Sharpie and signs the ball and then runs it over to Drinkwitz.
100%.
Ryan says run it up as you know what. Andy Mountain Home says, didn't he call Arkansas Arkansas?
That was Les Miles.
That was, and Eric Beazell, who had this to say years ago.
Right now, I'm calling it that team down south because I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce it. It is a difficult state to pronounce.
No, just think about think about the difference between how you feel about Missouri now when Barry Odom was the head coach and Gary Pinkel was the head coach, who were very respected, very kept to themselves about they weren't trying to go across the bow. And then now you look at what Drink has done and fired things up a little bit. So I'd say that's pretty good that from a perspective in that thing. All right, that is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question. Appreciate everyone that has stopped by and seen Chris and Nate and their entire team. 122 Grant Place in Lowell. If you want to take advantage of golf on Thanksgiving, give them a call at 479-487-3622. Check them out at cartpasssocial.com. Now, on Thanksgiving, they are doing by appointment only. That's the only way you can book, by appointment only. So if you want to, again, get away from the family, you want to bring the fam on Thanksgiving, tomorrow, you can take advantage. Plus, Black Friday specials, 9 to 5, just $35 per hour per bay. That means it's not per person. It's still BYOB per usual. Bring your own food, bring your own drink, bring your leftovers. That's Cart Pass Social, the #1 indoor golf destination in all of Arkansas.
You been by Rainwaters? You got anything special to wear tomorrow? Y'all a dress up crowd, or you got your elastic waisted breeches on for tomorrow?
I will not be dressing up tomorrow, but I am dressing up. I was actually testing. I was texting the bride whose wedding I'm going to next month. And I got a +1, so I have the obligation of bringing a plus. So
whoa. We're burying the lead here.
Yeah, we're 45 minutes in. She's like, do you want a +1? And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to use it, but Sure.
So you don't actually have one secured yet?
Oh no. I've got a month to figure that.
It's funny that they even have to ask you. Hey, do you
need one?
One?
For other friends.
I mean,
weddings,
you having a +1 is the headline today.
Oh, the other
The
friends'
heck
weddings.
with Talon Green. I'm going to hear about this.
+1. So I have a month to figure that out. But so I'm gonna have to really look good. So I had a suit that I was going to wear.
I need to get Carlton on that. I bet Saracen. We get that up on the big board here.
I would hammer the no.
Hammer the under. The under.
The
yes.
under on that.
I'd go the under.
So I think I'm gonna get a new suit just to spice things up, and Gail's gonna walk me through like he always does. Hey, this looks good with this. This looks good with that. So whether you've got a wedding coming up like I do, maybe you've got an event coming up, and I know there's several holiday events this time of year that people go to. Spice it up with Rainwater shoes, belt, pants, dress shirt, suit, wallet. They have it all. They even have their own specialty cologne. You can sign up for the Rainwater's newsletter as well. Gail's like the epitome of a men's clothing store owner. You can also ask him how many weddings I've been to. I think it's 40 plus now. And he's helped me with almost every one of them. Rainwater's men's clothing and tuxedo rental, because it's fun to look good. Rainwater-s.com. I guess we can just play another. How many more Drinkwitz clips? This one was funny after the Tennessee loss. And that was not even an Arkansas related. But do you remember when he said that after beating Tennessee last year? Apparently he had a bet with his defense to say this. Yeah. And then also at the end of last year's game, you remember that little scuffle at the end of last year's game?
Mm-hmm.
And the audio is not great, so you're going to have to listen.
We're here to play football.
We were here to play football. They were here to fight.
Good thing you're not getting in a fight.
Against a football player? It would not go
Pretty
well.
much anybody. I'd even take you over him.
Hold on.
Even you. Yeah.
To beat up Coach Drinkwitz?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It'd be close, but I think you could do it.
Is that like a diss that even you could beat him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
How big a weasel he is.
I thought you were giving me a compliment, and then I worked it through my head.
No. I'm not completely off my rocker.
I worked it through my head.
The tryptophan hadn't fully kicked in yet.
I mentioned Drinkwitz is one on the field, but he's also one of the recruiting battles occasionally. Here's what Pittman said about Missouri recruiting some Arkansas kids.
I'm looking at their two deep, and I don't think there's a whole lot of Arkansas kids in that two deep. But to answer your question about Missouri, we've tried. They've got really good players, especially Kansas City and St. Louis, and Missouri's getting a lot of those kids. Oklahoma's been getting a lot of the Kansas City kids, and those are something that we've tried to amp.
Let you down on the ground. One of those type deals. I mean, it was unbelievable.
Michael asked, why are we okay with the game at Arrowhead, but not the A&M game in Darrell? Well, I'm saying again, take it away from their home game, Michael. I don't want any games to be away from Razorback Stadium from here on out. I don't even want Arkansas to play like a Chick-fil-A kickoff game. I want them to have the home or away games. Like Notre Dame, for example. Fighting Irish are coming in next year. You're going to return there. Knock on wood in 2028. Those are the games that I'm looking for from here on out.
Did you get your turkey picked up at Arts yesterday?
Before 2 o'clock today.
2 o'clock. You can get by Arts. They're going to be closed up through the 30th. So don't put Arts in your plans. They have, I don't know how many hundreds of turkeys, hams, tenderloins, that kind of thing they did. But 2 o'clock today, you are going to be in a lot of trouble if you ordered, mac and cheese, turkey, ham, all those things from Arts. You don't get them picked up. So don't forget.
It's
2 o'clock, 1400. That's the deadline today, folks.
It's on my calendar. You know, when things hit the planner, they get done.
Generally, that's right. But so make sure you didn't do it yesterday like you said you were going to.
No, I pointed. I was like,
all
tomorrow.
All right. So
which is today.
You ordered from Arts. Don't forget, 2 o'clock today. Get your stuff. Or I had to clean out some room in the fridge yesterday. Went and get the turkey. Now I got to get some sides today, and you got to throw. I brought 3 bags of trash and put in the dumpster outside because we did. I can't. You can't fill your trash can up today. They pick ours up on Friday. Well, if I fill it up today, what am I going to do with all the stuff from Thanksgiving? So, anyway, I had to do some cleaning out to get all the get all the science projects that were in there out. Looked like a petri dish in there.
Do you want me to get you one of these planners?
No, I've got a planner. It's right here on my phone. I need to bring you up to date with technology.
No, that's too new school for me.
No, so
I'm a half millennial. I've got to keep some of my old school stuff as much as I can. All right, next hour coming up.
So you're entitled to a planner. Okay, I got it.
Entitled to a
Well, you're half millennial, so you got to be entitled if you're a millennial.
I bought this. Next hour, we got Richard.
Probably expensed it, folks. So.
I think I honestly did because it's work related.
Yeah.
Next hour, we got Richard Davenport. Join us a little later at 10:30. Pro Hog Update coming up at 10. And we haven't really gotten to our beefs yet. I've got about 5 or 6 I want to touch on, too.
It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. We're also brought to you by our friends at Farm Credit. If you're sprucing up your home, I got to do some of this soon and doing a little remodel. Farm Credit can help you with all the financing options that's best for you. Go to myaglender.com or drop by any of Farm Credit's 25 locations today and get started on building more family memories with Farm Credit. Happy Thanksgiving from Farm Credit of Western Arkansas.
Hour 2 on the way. Stay with us here. What's Your Beef Wednesday rolls along next.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my Double R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 7.
and served all day, all season long. From icing drizzled biscuits to savory charbroiled burgers. Unwrap the holiday goodness of Hardee's and now enjoy Prep Noon. Available for limited time at participating locations. Items may vary. Champion Cycling wants to help you find the joy in cycling that's been part of their family for many years. Register today through December 20th at hitthatline.com for your chance to win a specialized road bike just in time for Christmas. Whether you're a child getting your first bike, an adult who hasn't been on a bike in years, or someone who's looking to podium at their next race, Champion Cycling wants to help you find the right bike. A great selection of bikes, cycling apparel and accessories, and great service. 5500 Mazard Road in Fort Smith. Find your next ride with Champion Cycling.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, an increase in the cloud cover. High temperatures this afternoon, upper 50s north, upper 60s south. We may see an isolated rain shower or two tonight. Overnight lows will drop down mid-30s north, low 40s south. And then an increase in the sunshine on Thanksgiving Day. Highs mid-40s north, low 50s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits. You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith.
Don't touch my beef jerky now.
This hour of The Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
And Tommy Kraft.
They're gonna go nuts when he hits this thing.
Light the candle.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about them Cowboys?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those Hogs.
Hey, it's hour 2 of the Morning Rush here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. I know many have beef with Eli Drinkowitz.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Talon
Up yours.
Green. I mean, Drink did say it.
I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. They made sure to tell me about it when I was in the stadium last year. But you know what? That's always going to be home. That's a special place. We have to have a rivalry. You got to create it somehow.
Yeah.
Talking about Arkansas with two buddies on that SEC podcast there. And he's made it one. Didn't have this. You didn't harbor ill will towards Barry Odom. You didn't harbor ill will towards Gary Pinkel. But you definitely got some towards Eli Drinkwitz. Question is, can you shut him up on Saturday? We'll talk about that in hour 2. Again, Richard's going to be with us at 10:30. Pro Hog update coming up. And we'll continually talk about our beefs here on a What's Your Beef Wednesday.
Yeah, and it's brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market. From prime rib to pork roast to beef tenderloins, fresh fish, and more. They can help you with all the holiday feasts you have coming up. Don't forget all the sides like deli trays and homemade desserts like pies, cookies, banana pudding. Is there anything better than banana pudding? That goes with about any meal you got. Particularly if you've got good vanilla wafers in there. Love the banana pudding. 479-443-0000 for Richard's Country Meat Market. I know with a long holiday weekend, some of you got, most of you, not all of you, but most of us have the weekend away. Maybe we'll do some fishing. Our friends at LureNet.com and Pradco have a big Black Friday sale going on. They got a lot of stuff for under $5. If you've got an angler on your list and you are looking to, get stocking stuffers or gifts, LureNet's the place to go to find everything you need and get a special Black Friday price on it this weekend. That's LureNet.com. They're made in Arkansas, support an Arkansas company. Our buddy Bruce Stanton that you hear with us on Tuesdays is with Pradco, and you can find many, many, many items for the angler on your list on sale. That's LureNet.com.
Jason in Knoxville texted in, on my senior night in high school, our opponent stomped our numbers out, and we had put on the logo at the 50-yard line, and then we played our best game of the year, beating them 35-6.
That's like Auburn dancing on the hog and Bud Walton a few years ago. That didn't work out so well.
JD Note did not like that, 30-plus points, and Arkansas ended up winning that game in overtime.
Hopefully this Talon Green thing is much like that.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
Yeah, Jeremy has a beef for us this morning. His beef is with ESPN Arkansas. I don't know who he is a team of, but he's sick of whining about the teams in the college football playoff. 11-0, is 11-0, and they're still good college football teams. Get this SEC bias out of here. When you lose three games, you dig your own grave. Play better. Don't lose 3 games. It's pretty simple. Who would beat in who hypotheticals is irrelevant. Jeremy in Clarksville this morning.
Couldn't be more wrong, Jeremy. I mean, schedules have to matter. Quality of opponent has to matter. I mean, 11-0 is not. I mean, if you go 11-0 in the 3A4 high school conference, does that make you as good as an 11-0 Bryant team? Well, no one in their right mind would say they're equal. So no, that holds no water. I'm sorry, Jeremy. I couldn't disagree more.
The quarters or semis this weekend?
Well, it depends on which classification you're talking about, but we are in the semifinals in, I think, 4 of the 7 classes, and we are in the 3rd round, which I guess would be quarterfinals in like 3, 4, and something else. I don't know. You got one set of finals that play they're not on the same weekend.
Yeah, it's
so
different weekend.
Some of them are a week longer, is what I'm saying.
Still a few weeks out from the college football playoff finals, and the college football playoff rankings did come out last night. Oregon at 1, Ohio State at 2, Texas at 3, Penn State at 4, Notre Dame at 5. Then goes Miami, Georgia, Tennessee, who I think, Tommy, as long as they win this weekend, they're in. Georgia,
I'd agree with that.
As long as Georgia beats Georgia Tech, I think they're in, even if they lose the SEC championship.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing. Lose to Georgia Tech and you win the SEC championship, you're still in because you're a conference champion.
Yeah, no, you're right on that. Indiana's at 10, didn't drop as far. What do you make of Indiana? The one game they actually play, and they play good for a quarter and a half, and then Ohio State's talent took over in the horseshoe. Do you think they should be one of the Big Ten teams? Like, if you had the choice between Indiana and say, Penn State, who are you putting in as the 3rd Big Ten team?
I think you got to dig into the deeper analytics, but no, I don't. Here's the question I asked myself. If they had played the upper crust more in the Big Ten, where would they fare? And what would their record be likely if they played a full SEC schedule? Or maybe even a full Big 12 schedule? But you don't. I mean, that's the issue with unbalanced schedules. That's the issue with not. I mean, honestly, the Big Ten did Indiana a disservice. Now,
the scheduling,
Cignetti, they did him a great service because he got that big contract.
Yeah.
But honestly, they did him a great disservice in regard with their schedule because they put him in a spot they lost one game and they're probably a fringe 12-team playoff selection.
Clemson, South Carolina, big game this weekend. We've talked about the Aggies.
Bigger for South Carolina, probably.
Big, and Clemson could get in that setup wise. There's just a lot of consequential games this weekend here on rivalry weekend. And that's the bummer about this weekend for Arkansas and Missouri, is this game has no consequence for
it does now.
For college football. It has consequence for the bragging rights of Taylor Green, like you're talking about, Big C. I mean, for Sam Pittman, it's a chance to, and I think you said this yesterday, maybe it was earlier this week, like you can add to the first time ever conversation. First time ever you won in Columbia. That Florida team was not good last year, but you went down in the swamp and we beat the Gators, which we hadn't done the previous 5 times. So, again, Florida and the swamp's a little different than Columbia, but it'd still be something you haven't accomplished before. And that's a big deal for this football program. Well, and it just, like...
Let's not be taking any pictures in a throne with a trophy. Let's not do that.
No.
We win this game.
No. The Battle Line Trophy, again, you want that back here. And Coach Pittman's talked about the rivalry a little bit, saying it's maybe in the category of LSU and Texas. Again, I like how Drink is continuously egging on this rivalry. I think it's great.
Well, he is fanning the flames, and this series needs some of that. It does speak to the realization that it means more to Missouri than it does to Arkansas. Mm-hmm. That's more evident today than it's ever been to me, that these guys take it serious. Their coach is talking smack from the podium, and this game is just kind of another game.
They don't have Kansas, and and I listened to him, so I went into a black hole of Eli Drinkwitz clips this morning. I was listening to anything and everything throughout the 2 or 3 hours I was here before the morning rush began. And like he's done the same to Kansas. He called them the J somethings, like the J instead of the Jayhawks. He does this. That's his shtick. And again, I kind of like it. You know,
I wonder if his team really likes it. I bet his players do. I bet his coaches don't. I bet his players do.
Sometimes, you know how like people wear on you? He's grown on me. In the
like
sense,
a fungus? Like a wart? Like a mole?
I just enjoy the honesty and the trash talk in today's day and age when no one else is willing to say anything because they're scared that the other team is going to use it as ammo. And it could bite them in the butt. Taylor Green could have the game of his life. That offense and the entire 85 scholarship players, as you talk about, could play inspired. But we're not talking about it this morning.
He thinks he's going to win or he wouldn't have said it.
What would lead you to believe that he's not, though? 877-377-6963. Based on what's happened in the past, and to me this is a game that you can pull history, not just with Drink, but Missouri overall, and then this season, what leads you to believe, outside the line, which Vegas has it at 3 on the Bet Saracen app right now, what leads you to believe that Arkansas is going to win this game tomorrow? I'll hang up and listen.
Okay.
See,
this isn't a great Missouri
pause.
team. It's not a great Missouri team.
They've been beatable, but I don't feel that way.
They got rocked by
I am worried about this game on Saturday.
They got rocked by A&M. They got rocked by Alabama, and they lost a tight one to South Carolina.
They find ways in games where the talent's even
Vanderbilt,
to pull it out late.
Oklahoma. I think there's one other game on their schedule.
They haven't dominated a lot of people for 4 quarters, but they've won. Losses, you don't want any part of OU and Texas. You can't have both of those.
Yeah.
Or long term, your program is not going to come out on the long end of that stick.
And you've heard me advocate before. I don't want to play Texas every year.
But I can promise you, Venables had a bunch of 4 and 5 stars probably in there visiting last week, and they all got treated to something. And that's going to close some deals for OU. People that are thinking about going in the portal, OU is now a possibility after last week. So don't think OU, the way they played most of this year, is going to be the same OU 2, 3, 4 seasons from now when they're on your schedule in that 2-year cycle.
Last thing here before we get into some beef, something to monitor as we continue into next year is the amount of SEC games played on the second to last week of college football and how those teams, like we saw this weekend with Bama going down before their big rivalry game, with Texas A&M going down before their big rivalry game. I know Ole Miss has Mississippi State, but they're going to win that game. Like the teams that have to play an SEC game before that, like Missouri had Mississippi State last week. Mississippi State's the worst team in the league, but it's still an SEC opponent versus who you had to play. How much does that affect them the next week when you have to play against a better opponent than when you get a cupcake like Arkansas supposedly had in Donald W. this past Saturday? But it didn't necessarily turn out like that.
In Arkansas, there was never a moment you thought Arkansas was going to, well, maybe early in that game you thought this was going to be close, but there was never a moment the second half you thought you were going to lose this football game. I think it has more to do with who you get healthy, who you can rest, how you prepare over that 2-week deal. I think there's a lot more that answers your question that goes on outside of the game that determines how you play that second week. Man, we've been a little bit hot this morning. We may need to cool off later at Andy's Frozen Custards, Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. They're in Conway 2 times, East Oak Street and Dave Ward Drive. Stop in to see them there, and also in North Little Rock on JFK Boulevard. Treat you and your family to something sweet and great over this holiday weekend. And for the game on Saturday, take home the Pick 6. Mix and match 6 of your favorite flavors for the perfect game time beat Missouri's backside treat. Swing by Andy's Frozen Custards. Again, Fort Smith, 2 locations in Conway and also in North Little Rock on JFK Boulevard. Andy's Frozen Custards, walk up or drive through. Hey, they're ready to serve you, and happy Thanksgiving.
What's Your Beef Wednesday on the Morning Rush is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. No other meat market is in the same league when it comes to the selection, quality, and value you get from Richard's.
Oh, God, it's so good. So good and tasty.
1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
All right, let's get into some beefs this morning. Maybe I should have been aware of this, but until you told me this yesterday, why do I have to pay taxes on people renting out parts of my house? The government doesn't do anything.
Is it
to
income?
earn that money. Yeah, but they don't do anything.
Well, who doesn't do anything?
The government.
Well, what do they do now for, what do you mean? What do they?
Well, this is a job.
Have you checked your pay stub?
Yeah, and I'm getting raked against the coals already.
Not.
Did you have to
You
tell
think
them
it's
that
bad now?
you're renting your house out? You have to.
I don't want to.
Well,
I considered
careful what you say publicly.
I considered tax evasion, but I decided that I would not look good in orange and black stripes. So I am reporting it. But that's stupid. I'm glad you said something, because I wouldn't have known to do that. So thank you.
It is income. Now, that's not exactly the advice I gave you, but you make your own decision.
Well,
I do think you look good in orange. Clay thinks you look really good in an orange jumpsuit, by the way.
In like hunting orange, not jail orange.
I hope we do.
When do I get to go hunting with Clay?
I hope we do to Eli what they would do to you on the inside of them bars in an orange jumpsuit. I hope that's what happens on Saturday.
Getting graphic here. Another beef. Dan Hurley.
How long would you make it in prison?
Oh,
I make friends anywhere. Like,
oh, you'd make some friends.
Not that type of friends.
Oh, you would make friends.
That's the thing. Like, I'm a very generic.
You may have your +1 all of a sudden.
I'm a very generic looking, average, like, dude, and I have friends of all ethnic origins, all different parts of the country.
If that hairline has receded and that jawline has disappeared, you do get a little more average. That's certain.
Jawline hasn't disappeared. The hairline is not where it needs to be. Dan Hurley has a beef with officials. He hates them.
You think?
He, I think.
What did you think of that call? The over the bag. What did you think?
I have seen that play on thousands of times.
What was it, 92-92, I think, at that point. What did you, and should that matter? In your mind as a fan, the score, the time of the game, should that matter? As I'm not asking this, as an official, I'm asking you, should the moment matter where you put a whistle on a play like that? Because if that play happens at 14:37 in the first half, you're not thinking anything about it.
Yeah. I'm of this situation. Hold your whistle unless it's against my team. And if it's against my team, if against the Arkansas Razorbacks or the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Green Bay Packers or the Kansas City Royals, you better blow that stink.
Would you say would you have said that's a 50-50 call?
Yeah, probably.
So either way, whistle or no whistle, someone's going to be upset on that call. I didn't like where it came from. But if it's a fit, you can make a case. It's a call that can be supported. 92-92 in that moment, I think you want it to be more definitive.
Okay.
But I understand why Hurley's upset, and don't blame him for his comment.
I got one more beef.
That's what he needs to do for his fans and his team.
Sam Pittman's apparently got a beef with certain Arkansas fans on Twitter that he's blocking. I haven't seen.
I don't like this look at all.
Why does he do it?
Okay, so
I don't like that. I don't like it when Zach blocks people on the afternoon account. I think blocking people when you're a public figure, it just makes you look. I don't like
calling Zach a public figure.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Are you?
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
And he's more popular than you.
All right. Let's not tell lies at 10:18 right before
You got a bigger following than you.
Let's not tell lies. But that
I just think it makes you look small.
I can help out with this. There's
Okay.
a setting that you have on X, Twitter, whatever you call it, that you only get notifications from people you follow. So I like if Coach, if he wants to get on Twitter and not see notifications of people bashing him, I understand that. But just do that. But when you give these fans ammo by letting them know that they're getting to you, and I had the same stance following, I think it was last year, and this was happening last year, and he deleted his account. Same stance then. Like you said, it's not a good look. And I'm not trying to tell a man how to
you.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's
beneath
like
you.
when freaking Eno sent that email to the college kid.
You're letting them,
You
as
jackass.
my buddy Joel would say, you're letting them live rent free in your head. Don't give, when you go through the effort of blocking them, that means you're acknowledging them.
By the way, I'm not calling Pittman, I'm calling Enos. Just want to clarify that so I don't have people running.
I don't block. You know how many people I block? At first, you'd have to show me how to block somebody, but I don't block people. If they came after my,
I have burners
I
that
don't
come
know.
after you on a daily basis.
That's fine. I don't care. I mean, don't confuse me with someone that gives a damn about your opinion. Only worry
Even
about
after
people's
6 years?
opinion. Only worry about the opinions of those you'd actually ask for advice.
Even
and
after
if you
6
just
years?
follow that philosophy in life, don't let this stuff roll off your back. Don't worry about it.
You notice how he's ignoring that, Christian? Even after 6 years, you don't care about my opinion? Wow, that's tough.
It's day to day. It's day to day.
Flip flop.
Depends on the subject.
Yeah. I found that funny when I see all these Arkansas. It's not like, I don't want to make this out to be like this. He blocked 1,000 people, but I've seen some Arkansas fans show their accounts. Now, to be fair, if you're just going to dog him, like, what do you, again, go into the Twitter, only turn on your notifications where it's people you follow. If that's why you want to, you don't have to deal with that. Because all you just gave him the
right. It's his account. He can do what he wants. I just think it's a bad look for someone that's in a air quotes position of power, political coach. What I mean, because you're admitting they're getting to you. I don't want to ever admit weakness. That's really not there over something that doesn't matter. It's comments on Twitter from a keyboard warrior. Why are you acknowledging them? All it does is give them validity.
Danny says that he thinks Pittman did the right thing if you were getting death threats. I have not seen a death threat to Sam
death
Pittman.
threats are a different thing, but just because they're talking ugly about your record or your team I get some of those too.
What
you
happens
get some of them,
is
I'm
people
sure.
take shots. The two things that people like to do when
wears
they get
on
mad is they take shots at his weight and they take shots at Jamie, which are two things that
they
are
should
probably out of bounds. And in fact, the second one is definitely out of bounds.
First one should be too.
Yeah, I've gotten called that before.
You want to call somebody a bad coach or attack a philosophy or a record, But I mean, we've had people take personal shots. You think people don't get on my Twitter after a ball game their team didn't win and give me the business? You laugh and you move on.
You think Pittman or you think Taylor Green blocked Eli Drinkwitz this week?
No. Why acknowledge him? Use it to your advantage.
I would guess that clip is going to play ample times before Saturday's game.
And I hope, you know what? I hope Taylor Green is back next year. And when Missouri brings their hind ends in here next year, we're going to beat them twice. I hope we're playing it. I hope we're playing the clip on the big screen.
They won't have a 7-year.
But we don't have the what's to do that.
No. They played. Hold on. They played Rocky Top after winning. These are type of things that Arkansas. I'll give Arkansas the social media accounts and the in-game atmosphere. Not the social's always been, I think, good, but the in-game atmosphere this year I think was better. Not one because you had the third highest, I think it was, attendance in the history of Razorback football consistently, and these things they started doing in-game, after games. Like if you win, that will 1,000% be played. Like Vanderbilt. When they played the Nick Saban clip of it's hard to win in the SEC except if you go to Vanderbilt, when he told McAfee that, they play that nonstop after that game. They will absolutely
I
play
want
that.
to play it during the game.
I don't know if I want to
play it before the game.
I don't know if I want to play it during the game, but definitely after the game for sure.
I mean, those are the things that, but again, I do like that you're bringing in some, to me, this is entertaining. It's anchored this show today, but it tells me they take this rivalry in this game far more serious than we do.
So what?
It's just another game for us.
Well, what?
And it
Because they don't
needs to
have
grow.
a rival like other than us.
Okay, so
That's true.
we need to lean into this. We're not going to have guys, like it or not, we're not going to have a long-term winning record against Texas. We'll win a few along the way. I know what's happened, and it's now 7-6 over the last 13 or whatever. But after this year, I understand that over a 30-year span or whatever it's been.
Oh, we're ambushing them in Austin next year, Tommy.
They sit in the heart of Texas. Long-term, the odds are not in our favor.
They replaced Kansas.
Long-term, odds are not in our favor with A&M either. They sit deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah.
LSU, it's about recruiting grounds. It's about money.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Do we have better recruiting grounds than any of those programs? No. Do we have more money than those programs? Obviously not. So who's one that we can get on the same level with?
Yeah.
Now, they have St. Louis, Kansas City. Coach spoke to that. We played that clip earlier. But there's a program like Ole Miss that, hey, our level matches up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it would, I think, be beneficial if we would lean into this a little bit more. We don't have to mispronounce people's name. That's classless. But, hey, I like that he did it because he's leaning into the rivalry. We need to embrace that.
No pushback. Say less.
So what do we do from not
from
me and
radio
you,
hosts,
but from not from mine and your side.
Do you want
we
me to-
react to what the story makers do. I don't know what Sam Pittman or the administration, Hunter Yurachek is. I don't know what we do other than we sell a sponsor on a trophy.
You want me to say something derogatory about Drink now?
Well, I mean,
at 10:25 this morning.
But that, our words, we're just the messenger. We're the opinion makers. We're not the story makers. We need the principles of the matter to decide this game
you
is
said it best
worthy of that.
You said it best earlier. The greatest thing that could happen on Saturday before we wrap this segment up would be if Arkansas was to win handily. And after the game, Taylor Green sought out Eli Drinkwitz, said, Coach, Taylor Green,
nice
to meet you.
Would Drinkwitz
and
what
just
would he
drop
do?
the mic,
That would be
walk away.
Sawyer, the rest Dogs Plus team. Make sure you're following Taylor after the game if you win. Now, if they lose,
That'll sell you more memberships than anything you've ever done.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the best idea I think you've ever had on this show. And I hope it comes to fruition.
That's the best one.
He's got to think. He's got to think.
6.5 years.
I thought taking Friday off this week and having Thursday and Friday off was pretty good. But
that's pretty good.
All right,
too.
guess we're working Friday then.
No.
All right, hey, your website's a utility for your business. Let Modular Orange get out there and get your word out to the public. Modular Orange websites are written, designed, launched, hosted, and secured and kept up to date. Everything that you are worried or anxious about with your website, or that is a current problem for you, can all be solved for $95 a month. How much is your water bill? How much is
It was $20.91 this morning.
your water bill?
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be more than that.
No, it's $20.91.
You live in Fort Smith, son. Your water bill's more than $20.
I'll show you the receipt.
I would love to see it. $20, that's trash. Your trash bill's more than that.
I don't get a trash bill.
It's included in your water.
Oh.
But they'll take care of everything. My point is, $95. How much is your cell phone bill? Probably more than $95 a month for most businesses.
73, yeah.
All right. So if I told you everything you need involving your website can be handled for $95 a month,
I'd say that's a deal.
seems like a no-brainer to me. Call our friends at Modular Orange, 479-755-3043, 755-3043. Hey, what's the catch? How much up front? None. Zero. You start paying monthly when your website's done. You'll save money and get a website that performs well. Modular Orange, go to modularorange.com or again, 479-755-3043.
More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. They made sure to tell me about it when I was in the stadium last year. We have to have a rivalry. You got to create it somehow.
Yeah. This is the Morning Rush.
I love my life, love my husband.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
Stop by the Golf Nut today and check out the full line of lab putters featuring Lie-Angle balanced technology. Lab putters were used by 14% of professionals in the 2024 Masters Tournament. All models of the new Scotty Cameron Phantom putters are in stock, including the longer 38-inch model. Come discover the biggest selection of name brand clubs, apparel, and accessories in the region. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your #1 golf shop for over 30 years.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Come get you some. 2728 Towson Avenue is your off-road and performance center headquarters. They've got everything from lift kits, wheels, LED light bars, UTV parts and accessories, winches and tires. Need general 4x4 repair? No problem. Come Get You Some has one of the largest 4x4 shops in the States. They do it all, from installing a bug shield to building some of the baddest off-road machines in the country. Call them today at 782-6833. That's 782-MUD. Or check them out online at cgysoffroad.com. Come get you some.
Ty Richardson, we're live here at First Financial Mortgage. I'm here with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know I probably texted you 100 times during this process, man. I didn't know what I was doing. Luckily, you did.
Yeah, Ty. It was always great working with you. Glad we could help you get closed. A good loan officer is someone who can answer questions after hours, before hours, and be available when you're needed. We get pre-qualifications in, get buyers pre-qualified so they can search for homes and get them closed quick. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at InStock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or a do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by InStock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. InStock Parts.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Except we've got SEC buyers. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. Trusted pool experts and your source for backyard fun. Locations in Springdale, Fort Smith, and now in Greenland. Always online at burtonpools.com.
I am just getting abused right now for paying my taxes, apparently.
Your
mom called you?
My mom just called. I had to say, Mom, my mom has no idea when I'm on the radio. I got in my mom's car that she didn't have our station programmed in. I mean, when your mom doesn't even have it programmed in, you know you're in trouble. But she calls, hey, what are you doing? Well, I'm on the air, Mom.
At least she called you.
I'll call you in
break.
30 minutes.
Just checking that would actually be more entertaining. You call her back on the station phone.
Yeah,
I kind of want to hear this conversation. Did your mom swear?
No.
Okay. She's one of those.
No, she does not.
Old-fashioned.
Well, now I have made her swear, but it's been a long time. When I was a child, there was one time me and my brother thought it'd be a good idea to help the painters down the street as they took a lunch break. They were painting the trim on a house, and we painted the brick for them.
Did you ask them?
No. We were about 5. She had to get there in the pouring rain and scrub that off.
I've done worse.
Well, we were in trouble.
She didn't make
Dad
you do
came
it?
home, and I knew we were going to get it again. And Dad
can't.
said, well, and Dad knew what how was your day? I said, well, we went in and out of the painting business all in one day, Dad. That got us out of another whooping.
I wrote cuss words on a shed, a wooden shed, in like chalk, and I was like, I didn't own up to it for a while.
Clean your hand out with soap.
Yeah, and then I found.
I
and then I threw paint, or it was paint or something at a babysitter's car. Yeah.
I think I've heard my dad swear a maximum of like 2 or 3 times in my life, and I try to not swear around him. It's really hard. I mean, working around you all day with the language you use, it's rubbed off on me. I hate it. I hate it.
Sometimes there's only one way to express yourself.
With the curse word. All right, games this weekend. Mississippi State at Ole Miss. The game's on 2:30 on Friday. Georgia and Georgia Tech go at it in Athens, 6:30. I can see that Georgia Tech and Georgia game being a little closer than some kind of expect.
Georgia Tech's not your normal Georgia. They're a little better this year.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled a few upsets
Mississippi
along
State
the way.
is terrible. They're going to finish 0-8 in the SEC. Ole Miss will. Well, I say that Ole Miss has nothing to play for now. You could try if you're Lane Kiffin to hold out.
They will
and
destroy
say,
Mississippi
you think
State.
so? You can come from the angle of, hey, we've got a chance still to make the playoff from the outside looking in, because Ole Miss right now, guys,
they 8-3?
Yeah, they're 14 right now.
They're
Behind
8-3, right?
They'll at least win by 3 touchdowns.
Ole Miss is rooting for Auburn this weekend. They're rooting for Georgia Tech, and they're rooting for Vanderbilt and A&M. Because
I still think you're playing because they're 8, right? Make sure I'm right on that.
Talking about Ole Miss?
Yeah.
14.
No. Season record.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 8-3. My bad.
Still playing for 10 wins. You got to win this one in a bowl game, and you look at how many programs tout 10 wins in the recruiting record and their transfer portal, and how many historically is a program like Ole Miss and Missouri. You're still playing for that. If that doesn't motivate you to focus your team and get them to play, then you're not doing the job.
No, you're right.
And you look at what that's going to get you paid down the road elsewhere or at your current school. 10 wins is still a big deal.
For a coach, yes. For players don't really care. What the college football playoff.
I think players like to say they were on a 10-win football team. There's not that many of them out there at the end of the season. It would motivate me as a player.
You're different.
Because
you're
I'm
built
just built different. That's right. Because forever and ever, you can tell your kids and your grandkids, I was on a 10-win team at Ole Miss. I was on a 10-win team at Missouri. You can't be on a 10-win team if you don't win this.
And what do we always
hung
tout?
66 on Arkansas.
When's the last time Arkansas had a 10-win season?
And
we know exactly. I don't even have to look it up. 2011, right?
Yeah, do we tout? What do we tack back? What do we say? We bring it up with our chest. Back to back 10-win season.
Because what year you beat Penn State down there at 10? Was that 21? 21? Ended you with 9, and you look back.
4. Mm-hmm.
But you look back, you said, man, you could. If you'd have done this and this, and go back through this, could have had a 10-win season.
Should have beat Ole Miss.
So if that's not motivating, you're missing the mark, because it should be.
Other games this weekend. These are on Saturday. Louisville at Kentucky. South Carolina at Clemson. Massive game in the college football playoff picture. Tennessee at Vanderbilt. Sneaky good game in Nashville. Auburn, Alabama. Never know what happens in the Iron Bowl. That one's in Tuscaloosa. Oklahoma at LSU in Baton Rouge. Maybe Brent Venables and company can springboard after that. Man, if LSU lost to Oklahoma at home to end the season, Brian Kelly's in some trouble.
I am here for the Twitter mentions.
Yes. Florida against Florida State, and then Texas and Texas A&M. Let's see. Alabama beat Houston last night, basketball 85-80, and then Texas A&M lost like they usually do early on in the regular season, 80-70. And that is your SEC update here this morning, brought to you by Burn Pools and Spas.
Man, it'd be a good weekend, though. Some of these temperatures over the weekend going to really dip down, and going to be a nice day today, but starting the day or ending the day and relieving some stress in a hot tub is a way to go. The De-Stress for Less sale is on at Burton Pools and Spas. Save up to $7,000 while you rejuvenate your body and your mind. Get your mind off everything. They've got models with speakers. You can even attach a TV to it. And they've got a variety of different models that seat 5, seat 7 or more. You can pick the one that's right for you or just 2. So whatever you need, they'll deliver it to your home for free, get it set up, and provide you free water testing for the life of your spa as well. Treat yourself to pure relaxation in a hot tub from Burton Pools and Spas. The De-Stress for Less sale. Save up to $7,000 at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith, Greenland, and in Springdale.
All right, so coming up, we're going to wrap up the show in just a little bit. Got a chance to listen to Sam Pittman. I got this text earlier, Tommy. This is from Jacob in Northwest Arkansas saying that Jaquinta Jackson and Taylon Green have both played in cold weather before Boise State and Utah, Salt Lake City. So he points that out to say, hey, maybe they'll be ready for tomorrow. Well, I listened to Cam Ball last night. Here's what he said about the winter weather coming Saturday.
I want to say the coldest game that I played in was when we played, not Missouri, but Ole Miss here a couple of years ago. It was about 24 degrees. You know, I'm from Georgia. He's from Georgia, too. So really used to no snow like that, man. You know, it's just going to be another thing of adversity that we got to deal with. You know, it's not a bad thing. Me personally, I'm going to have fun in it. You know, after we win, I'm going to roll around and make snow angels.
That'd be fun to see the team after the game on Missouri's field, Faurot Field, making snow angels.
There's nothing worse than getting your fingers kind of like smashed, you know, in a cold weather game, or, you know.
What would hurt, whether your fingers being smashed or you blocked a punt and hit you in the belly in the cold weather?
Fingers.
Probably. They both sting badly.
Yes, that is. But cold weather. When you guys were kids? When it snowed, playing football in the snow was so much fun.
Yeah, when you were
kids.
6. These guys aren't 6. You know, it's cold out. It's going to be cold. And I don't know what's worse: going over to the sideline, sitting on the heated bench next to the heater, and then you get back out there, or is it just acclimate, get cold, stay cold? I don't know what's worse. I've never officiated in a snow game, but I've officiated in some brutally cold nights, and there's just, you can't escape it.
Do you guys not have a Kraft Turkey Bowl?
A what?
A Kraft Turkey Bowl that y'all play around Thanksgiving, like if it's really cold or no?
Play
we
golf,
do.
maybe.
Our
Play golf in the cold.
Our family has started to do that. There's about 12 of us now, and so it's like a thing they're trying to get going. It's not going to be snowing here in Fayetteville on Friday.
There's not enough young people in my family to do that.
That would mean you had to get outside and get away from the Xbox, man. What are you talking about? Let's go play Madden.
Which you got plenty of, not just the Xbox, you got plenty to watch this weekend between the 3 NFL games, Arkansas football on Saturday, basketball team taking on Illinois at 3 o'clock. I mean, that directly follows.
Got brother on brother crime going on.
A V6, they titled it wasn't the program, but there was a graphic that said a V6 versus Vicic.
That's so cool. I mean,
so with
I saw one with Underwood and Cal on one that they both got that strong chin. You know, they got them in these like looks like something like a MMA fight they're promoting or something to a degree.
Let's go.
Hey, Saturday, talk about all the good things. By Saturday, are you sick of Thanksgiving food? You tired of the leftovers?
Yeah, I want some different food.
Get to Sassy's. They're going to be open, ready for the game. So you can get out to Sassy's Friday or Saturday and through the weekend. But they'll be back at it. Perfect place to watch the Hogs if you're not going to Columbia. And they'll be open at the original Red House on College. I'll be ready for a brisket sandwich or some of their smoked wings or those. My favorite thing there as far as the sides is the sweet potato tots. Those are awesome. The okra's really good. The mac and cheese is great. You can go in there and get past the turkey. Now, if you want more turkey, they do as good a smoked turkey breast plate as you're going to get or a sandwich. So you can find that at Sassy's. At Sassy's original Red House, that's going to be on College. And then you got Sassy's Barbecue and Grill just off Weddington, home of Coach Cal's show as well. Happy Thanksgiving from our friends at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill and Sassy's original Red House.
I may mispronounce his name, but Taylon Green.
Is that the most egregious thing that you've been mad about?
Very condescending.
Of what he said. What
How do you hold back the laugh? you know,
he's got several that he's. I mean, again, he's talked about creating a rivalry.
I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. They made sure to tell me about it when I was in the stadium last year. But you know what? That's always going to be home. That's a special place. We have to have a rivalry. You got to create it somehow.
Yeah. I just feel bad for his family that lives in Alma. You know, they're catching it.
Was he like that growing up, just an agitator? I feel like that's just who he is. I think part of it may be an act, but I think he enjoys it. I mean, you saw what he did against Mississippi State. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you beat Mississippi State. Way to go.
0-7 in the conference. Thus
Hell,
far.
we beat them.
But don't we? I mean, we all grow up with someone that loves to rile people up. Like you have that person in your friend group that you
I'm
love.
glad I'm not. I'm not that guy.
You're just beloved by everyone, aren't you?
Glad I don't stir the pot and rile people up.
I guess it's
He got you riled up. He got you a little bristled this morning.
Well, hey, we're making a show here. We got to entertain. Part of the entertainment. So it's good material. I'm glad he said it. Made for a better
I think
show
he
today.
did a fantastic job.
He did us a service this morning on a What's Your Beef Wednesday. Hey, Gaston's White River Resort. It's the place we love to go, kick back and relax. They'll have a big Thanksgiving spread. I was looking at some pictures someone sent where they were having breakfast overlooking the river. They had a couple, 3 fried eggs there and some sausage and hash browns. Looked great. A great way to start the day today. I love when I get text pictures from families. I get them all the time, here on the text line that families are having a first-class time. They'll always put the line, first-class time every time. And just an awesome place to be right now. Fishing's great on the White River. Get one of their awesome guides like Sean White or any of their, they got a great roster of guides that will take you and, take care of everything. You say, well, Tommy, I've never been on the White River. I don't know where to go. I'm a lake fisherman. I bass fish. Get a guide. Take your kids. They take care of everything. They'll know what to rig up and how it will work based on the water conditions. And if that doesn't work, they'll try something else. They'll know the spots to take you. It's well worth the investment for the memories you'll make with your kids and grandkids. 870-431-5202. Happy Thanksgiving from Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
It's like going to bed there to Beyonce and waking up with Whoopi Goldberg laying next to you, brother. How do we accept it?
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheel.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, and college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and HitThatLine.com. Have you been to Swart Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive into Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike
Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sacalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got coffee.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games.
People that don't like me, they made sure to tell me about it when I was in the stadium.
Talon Green.
Taylor forced to run inside the 40, first down at the 35.
Talon Green.
Inside the 30 to the 20, cuts outside of the 10.
It is a difficult state to pronounce.
Talon Green.
5, touchdown Arkansas, no flags.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
41 yards and a score for Taylor Green.
Just based off reading my Twitter mentions, I'd say it's pretty strong.
Heard up.
I may mispronounce his name, but Talon Green.
I got to be honest. Great job with the idea.
Say my name.
And
Say my name.
Colton executed.
Should have
it.
led the show with it today. Watch Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richards Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Stop in for everything you need last minute and for your Christmas feast down the road, 479-443-0000 for Richards Country Meat Market, North Market Avenue in Fayetteville, or richardscountrymeatmarket.com. What's up?
Working.
Oh. How about we do the show?
Doing some production stuff. All right, Chris in Mountain Home saying this was something you were asking about this week. Chris in Mountain Home is going to Kansas City for the Hogs basketball game, and then he's going to Arrowhead for the Black Friday Chiefs game. So what we need to do is in the next 3 minutes find a way for Chris to go to the Missouri game for free. So if anyone has Missouri tickets in Columbia at Faurot Field on Saturday, you're not going.
There will be plenty of tickets available for that game.
Please pass them to Chris in Mountain Home if you can. Text out of the 918. Eli Drinkowitz grew up. Apparently, this guy grew up with them. Said he was.
He's an Alma guy.
He was nice going to high school. He went to high school with them. This guy did not list his name, but you asked something like, if you have a last name Drinkowitz, how much crap are you getting today in Arkansas?
How much with Kraft do you think I caught? You know.
How
many
much
times you think I've been called Kraft cheese and macaroni in my life? as a kid. It's been a while, but that, as a kid,
I
grade
never
school,
thought about. I never thought about it.
Caught some hell over that. So, hey, Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, they're at the entrance to Riley Farms. Every type of dental care and procedure you can imagine. Right now, Mitch, and you heard it here on the Morning Rush, and they'll get them pearly whites even whiter with a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. 479-226-3500 for your appointment. 226-3500 or go to valleyfamilydental.com. Hey, I want to mention this one more time. We mentioned it yesterday. Our friend Kevin Hickey is doing such a great thing. Go by if you need a free meal this holiday weekend. His office on Garrison Avenue in Fort Smith, they're providing free Thanksgiving meals tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving from the Morning Rush.
Ticket from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. You might just, win one. It's the biggest instant prize of the year, and that's just the icing on the cake. There's more than $50 million